Alright guys, so we're watching a video called Every Parent's Nightmare. We may fast forward a little bit guys because it's an hour long, so we're not gonna watch the whole hour. Might fast forward a little bit.
Location of your emergency.
Reporting a missing child.
And at this point, I start to panic and freak out because that can't be the case. She was dropped off. I remember him saying, "Should I have asked a warrant?" And I'm like, "No, you've got nothing to hide. Give him your phone. If you were to go demand your phone back right now, that would look suspicious as like, what are you doing?"
I feel like sometimes people struggle to show real emotion when they're aware of what the truth is.
If I knew anything, I promise you, I would tell you. Like, I am willing to take a lie detector test, whatever the you want, but I don't know anything.
On February 25th, 2024 in Kissimmee, Florida, Madeline Soto celebrated her 13th birthday party with family and friends. The joyous occasion was quickly overshadowed by fear and panic just one day later when her mother arrived to pick her up from school only to learn Madeline never made it to class. Police and investigators launch a massive search operation, but as they piece together the clues from her last 24 hours, shocking evidence and glaring inconsistencies begin to emerge, suggesting her disappearance may be connected to a
Man, I'm afraid of going out. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
She's still alive. She's out there.
The following report is based on police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On a late evening of February 26, 2024, the Orange County Sheriff's Office receives a 911 call from a caller with a dire concern.
Do you need police, fire, or medical?
Police, possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Okay, and the child that you're trying to report missing, are you calling on behalf of the parent?
Yes, on behalf of the mother.
Okay, and then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
After collecting more details, the dispatcher assures the caller that a deputy will arrive as soon as possible. However, no help arrives. She calls back 2 more times, attempting to express the urgency of the situation.
Do you need police, fire, or medical?
No, it's not a medical issue. We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. I see you. This is waiting for a deputy to respond.
You're waiting for a deputy to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we were very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
The chilling reason for the delay and what had deputies in the area so busy would soon raise more questions about the timing of her disappearance. At 7:48 p.m., Deputy Joseph finally arrives at the scene to meet with the missing girl's mother, 35-year-old Jennifer Soto, and her boyfriend, 37-year-old Stephen Stearns.
He did it.
Hi there. I gotta go. Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
Our friend did it.
So, was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
With more than one missing child in the area, the fear that she may have been abducted remains a possibility.
Oh shit,
So
there's
she
more
was supposed
than
to be dropped
one?
off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today, and she never came out. I got an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Just had her 13th birthday.
13. What was she last seen wearing?
Green hoodie, white Crocs, either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live. I asked all of them.
Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Not typically, no.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay. By any chance, does she have a phone number or phone?
She does, but she left it at home today. I have it.
You have it.
And I've already gone through her messages.
Okay. How about does she have like Apple Watch? No. Does she have
She's got a device. The only device she's got on her right now is her school laptop.
her school laptop? Is that trackable?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It should be. It should be. If the Wi-Fi's turned on, it'll try to connect to the Wi-Fi. So if I like circle here, it can send you a good position.
Without her cell phone, the laptop is their only hope of tracking Madeline's location.
Yeah, what the
Attempts
hell?
were made to locate the laptop, but unfortunately, the last pinged location was near downtown Orlando on February 22nd, 4 days prior to her disappearance.
What?
Does she have a history of running away or anything?
Never.
She just hanging out and lost time kind of thing? Or?
Possibly, I don't know. She got dropped off. She was like, so she's embarrassed by his car. So she didn't want to be dropped off at school. She wanted to be dropped off like half a block away so she can walk.
It's an image thing. She's in the face.
But he dropped her off half a block away and drove away.
Okay. Did she ever go to school though?
No, we called school.
She was walking in that direction. She was rifling through her backpack, just looking for something. I thought maybe she was just looking for headphones before she got her walking on.
Yeah.
But she was just kind of, shambling over in that direction. It looked the same as any other morning.
A sudden phone call puts the room on high alert as family and officers alike wait to hear if it's news about Madeline.
Hello? Yes?
Hi, Principal. I'm okay. How are you?
Stefan leads officers to the location where he believes he dropped her off for school, but apparent struggles with his memory give them a less than ideal start.
What?
Was it here?
It was along this stretch. I can't remember the exact spot, but it was around where these communities were. Oh, thank you. So it's like around where these communities were,
Okay.
and it's just like in this stretch, like we could see the overpass down there. Where's the school? Just on the other side of the overpass.
With a general idea of where Madeline was last seen, officers begin to search a nearby apartment complex for any sign of the missing child.
No cameras as of right
I
now.
can't believe that in this day and age, there's no cameras pointing on anyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if... No.
Speculating that Madeline may have wandered away on her own, the officer asks if there's anywhere she may have gone that she wouldn't want her mother to know about.
I mean, that's normal for a 13-year-old.
Yeah, we checked your phone. I didn't see any
Crazy stuff.
Crazy
Me neither, yeah.
I didn't see her trying to plan anything with anyone.
A secret boyfriend?
She's the type to do it.
Yo, Dimitri! I'm on the front page! By the way, Dimitri, I'm trying my 6th beer ever. Mike's harder. I don't drink beer at all, but yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm kind of drunk because this is the most alcohol I ever drank before in my life. Anyways, thank you for the front page. Work on this design. Hope I can finish it tonight, by the way, guys. The Dragon Ball. Let's do this.
Just walk up and leave.
Yeah, I don't see her doing that at all.
The mystery of Madeline's disappearance eludes law enforcement as a challenging night of searching meets a disappointing end. Despite their exhaustive efforts, the haunting question of where Madeline has gone and why leaves everyone grasping for answers. The following day, on February 27th, officers begin canvassing local neighborhoods,
almost
and the
year to the
family
day
makes
almost.
multiple appearances and television interviews. As news about Madeline's disappearance spreads, some residents begin feeling the emotional impact.
Oh, is this about that little girl?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been crying all day long.
Yeah, she's been missing since 8:30 a.m.
Why aren't there any updates? I'm looking everywhere for anybody. I kept saying to myself, I said, I'm hoping she skipped school today.
While Orange County deputies continue knocking on doors, a detective heads to Madeline's school to speak with her best friend, in the hopes she may have heard from her, or has information that may lead to a breakthrough.
I thought it was fishy yesterday when she didn't text me at all, because usually even if she doesn't go to school that day, she texts me the night or the day of, she'll wake up early just to text me hey, I'm not going to school. And she didn't yesterday, but I didn't think everything of it because I thought she slept in or something.
Okay. Did you ever try to call her or text her or anything?
Oh, was she meeting like a secret person
no
or something?
answer?
No answer.
And that's completely out of the ordinary for her.
Yeah.
According to investigators, Madeline's phone was unplugged from the charger on February 26th at 7:04 a.m. It was then powered off around 15 minutes later, which they would determine is an unusual pattern according to historical phone data. As speculation that Madeline ran away from home continues, her friend drops a shocking revelation.
She had told, like, when I turned 13, once I turned 13, I'm going to leave this house and never come back.
Why 13?
Because she would always brag, because I said that I can't wait to my birthday, and she was like, are you having a birthday party? I said no, and she was like, oh, I get a whole bunch of money, like $500 something. I think she was waiting to turn 13. That way she could get a whole bunch of money and go.
What?
But where would she go?
I have no clue.
As the question
500?
of why Madeline would want to run away from home haunts the investigators, her mother, Jennifer, offers a simple explanation.
So this whole living in the woods thing, I have people like tromping through the woods right now on horses and ATVs and all sort of things, but has she ever mentioned that before?
The thing is, I started talking to her about World War III, just what's happening politically, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what that means for us, but we'll see what happens.
Did she freak out?
But I talked to her about World War III, so that's what I'm just saying.
How long ago was that? I mean, is that something that might have impacted her?
That's why she said she wanted to go live in the woods.
As the detective asks Jennifer for her own insights, she poses a darker theory for what may have happened to Madeline.
Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is and how tight-knit we are, like, I don't think she would run away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was taken, like, on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school.
As investigators finish interviewing Madeline's friend, she shares one final detail that suggests a suspicious break in her usual routine. The friend shares that Madeline always preferred to be dropped off at school and had never walked her way to school from the church.
But yesterday, for some random reason, she wanted to be dropped off at the church.
I don't know if she's ever been dropped off at church before. No, she's told me.
Okay.
The unusual circumstances leave detectives scrambling for answers, and they'll soon turn to Stefan and Jennifer to fill in the blanks.
I knew it!
As officers continue canvassing, a second night falls with no valuable leads. By now, Madeline has been missing for over 48 hours.
After 48 hours, the case gets a lot harder to figure out, pretty much, because it's pretty much like a cold case. Not a cold case, but yeah.
Just 5 days after she first disappeared, Madeline is still nowhere to be found. Jennifer and Stefan have been interviewed multiple times, but inconsistencies in their accounts and shocking new evidence have thrown the case in a chilling new direction. As investigators meet with Jennifer to revisit their previous interviews, an intricate web of lies begins to unravel.
Well, there you go.
You want me to go through the whole timeline?
Yeah, we'll start with Sunday. Maybe do Sunday.
Sunday birthday party. She spent the
Because honestly, this type of stuff does not just randomly happen. It's usually a parent, a relative, or someone they're close to that does something. Cause it does happen, but like it rarely happens. So it's not like a. That's why they always look at the people they're closest to, like family members and stuff, compared to everybody else for obvious reasons. So that's what it's looking like too. It's like, oh,
whole day at my mom's house. They celebrated with the whole family. I was at work. I just started a new job last week or the week before. She had the best day. She was so happy when I got home and I saw her. At my house around 8:30 that night. I wasn't home. She got dropped off alone. About 10 to 15 minutes later, Stefan showed up.
At your house in Kissimmee.
At my house in Kissimmee, he called me. Or he texted me, I'm not sure. But he let me know he was there and that she was
please make sure she goes to bed right now. Okay, sweetie, good night. Good night. She built her nest. She's settling now. This is police interview. Okay.
She was getting ready for bed. She was doing her routine.
Stefan previously explained to detectives that he doesn't live with Jennifer full-time, but rather splits his time between her house in Kissimmee and his parents' home in Northport, Florida, 150 miles away.
And what does your time splitting look like? Are you here for days, weeks, months, something else?
Weeks at a time, yeah.
And so, I guess, when did you arrive this block of time that you were here?
Day before yesterday, actually.
So, what night? Saturday?
Yeah.
I think. So you got here Saturday night.
This is inconsistent with what Jennifer just told detectives, claiming Stefan arrived after her birthday party, which took place on Sunday night. However, even this timeline contradicts one of her earlier interviews, in which Jennifer struggled to remember exactly what day he made it into town.
How long has he been here? Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
These are only the beginning of a string of contradictions that will soon raise major red flags. As Stefan's questioning continues, he's asked to describe how Madeline was acting following her birthday party on Sunday night.
She was just happy. She was very happy. Everyone was happy. It's nothing out of the ordinary. I can't remember anything particular that
I think the mom is
Jennifer
could be like a
continues to
conspiracy
explain
nut.
what happened just after she returned from work and the reason behind her decision to break routine and have Stefan take Madeline to school the following morning.
I got home around 10:30. I started getting ready for bed myself. I started eating and taking my meds because I have to take meds. When I went to take my meds, I realized, oh my God, I forgot to take my Saturday night's meds, which is why I felt so weird and so abnormal and not myself Sunday while I was at work. Everyone at work noticed I was acting different and not being myself. Like I couldn't smile in front of the guests. I felt this wave of depression that I haven't felt in years. It was my bipolar symptoms coming up again that I've been medicating myself
shit,
for
she's
all this time.
bipolar?
I sent them to sleep upstairs in the
Oh shit. Okay.
And I kept telling her no. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that. They really wanted to watch something and I was really tired. And I said, okay, fine. Go ahead, but this can't happen often. Yeah, I allowed her to go upstairs and sleep with him.
What?
But honestly,
What did she say?
I think I can count on one hand how many times that's happened, and it has been many times that I've allowed her to have a supper party with him, to be alone in a bed with him.
The sleeping arrangements leave detectives seemingly uneasy, but with finding Madeline still the main priority, investigators ask Stefan to piece together the events of the following morning.
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30ish, 7:45ish, maybe.
However, when Natalie, who lived in the house as one of Jennifer's two roommates, was asked if she saw the two of them getting ready in the morning, her answer seemed to contradict Stefan's account.
Did you see them at all Monday morning?
By the time I was leaving Monday, no, I think I was leaving too early. I leave like around 7:45. I typically don't see them. Which
Were you
was, like,
probably
normal.
gone before they even got up, maybe? Okay, gotcha.
If Natalie's recollection is correct, she would likely have seen Stefan, as they both claim to have left the house at the same time.
Yeah, what?
The timeline is even more muddied by a written statement to the police, in which Jennifer claims she physically saw Madeline getting ready around 8 a.m. Confusion over the truth is compounded as her story continues to change.
Between your initial statement to the police, a lot of things have changed. The initial statement to the police was you watched her get dressed, you watched her leave, you knew exactly what she was wearing.
Can I tell you my thought process on that, or where I came from with that? I was handed this form, and I'm like, where do I start? What do I write? And somebody said, tell them what you saw. And so I started with I saw. And then I wrote out what I wrote out. But it wasn't until later I was like, wait, I didn't see her. I assumed that I saw her. I assumed that I heard her. But I didn't.
What?
In reality, I didn't see her. I only saw him. And I heard something in the kitchen, but I don't know who that was.
Despite the inconsistencies, investigators move on to what happened after Stefan and Madeline allegedly left for school.
Bro, it's the dude. I don't know. Is she protecting him? I'm fast forwarding a little bit, guys, because it's an hour long, so we're just trying to fast forward a
Security
little
guard
bit.
was later interviewed, but his account burns another hole in Stefan's story.
Do you remember a resident coming through in a silver Lincoln sedan?
I do remember, but not his face. I talked to him. He showed me his little clicker, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm clicking. It's not working." And then I went and I clicked the button. He went inside, and I just remember there was a woman like sleeping beside him with a green shirt.
If Stefan already had his gate clicker, his reason for returning to the complex falls apart, leaving investigators to question what else he may have lied about.
Bro.
They determine the trash compactor needs a closer look and begin the process of gathering a warrant to search its contents. Meanwhile, with more questions than answers, Stefan continues to explain what happened next after he returned to the area near the church and dropped Madeline off.
What did you do after you left the area?
I left to go to the local vape shop because I needed some more vape juice. They weren't quite open yet, so I ended up going back home. Waited about an hour or so and then went back and checked the vape shop again. It was open, so I got what I needed there and came back.
Do you remember what time you came home?
The first time was probably right around 10, close to it. Probably finished at the vape shop and came back home again a little after 11.
Okay. You said the first time that you hung out with a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Was there when you got here at
Yes.
10? Okay.
I think so. She might have been at her blood appointment. Let me double check.
It's okay. We don't have to ask her right now.
Sorry, everything's a blur.
So she might have been here. She might have not have been here
I
the first time.
believe she was here because she was sleeping in as much as she possibly could because she's been messed up with a new work schedule. So she had to be here because she didn't want to sleep in.
With Stefan struggling to remember whether or not Jennifer was home when he arrived back at the apartment.
That's weird.
Investigators turned to Jennifer herself for confirmation.
When Stefan called me around 10:18 in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done. And he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands. I asked, "Did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's?" And he said no. She changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
At what time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
I'm going to say around 9:30.
You left around 9:30. And then Stefan called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool.
Though Stefan claims he spent time with Jennifer before leaving for the vape store a second time, Jennifer's account suggests she wasn't home until after he returned. As confusion builds over the timeline, detectives review security footage from the street cameras and notice a flaw in Stefan's story.
Did you go anywhere else after the smoke shop?
Oh, no. I don't think I went anywhere specific. I was just driving probably in the direction of home. But I don't remember stopping anywhere specifically.
And you were there for 5 to 10 minutes?
Roundabout, I think.
Okay, so like let's say you drop her off at 8:40. We don't see her car coming back south until 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing between 8:40 and 10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
Cruising around.
Well, an hour and 20.
Okay, but I asked you earlier, you know, like what you were doing, and you said you were there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you came back home.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It was just a normal day. I didn't have anything important to do. The smoke shop was supposed to open soon, so I made my way over there. Wasn't any particular rush, though.
Okay, but can you help me explain to them, because I don't know the explanation or the answer to this question, okay? So can you help me explain to them why there's such a delay in the time?
No.
With Stefan unable to provide an answer, more surveillance footage will need to be reviewed to track his movements. Meanwhile, a suspicious act by Stefan raises serious alarms for investigators.
I left my phone at home in the morning, too. I was so busy riding herd over to get us out the door on time that I left my phone. She left her phone.
Yeah, this guy's guilty,
They
dude.
both left their
I knew
phone.
it. I freaking knew it.
Did you have your phone when you went to the smoke shop?
Not the first time after I dropped her off. I was still without it. I got my phone and went back to the smoke shop.
Okay.
Later when I got home.
And then I also noticed, I was checking your call history. I noticed that you don't have anything before this morning. Is that unusual on your phone?
No, it's a new phone. Stupid. I went to do an update yesterday morning, and I don't know what the pardon me. I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone and lose all of my contacts, all my information.
Jennifer also corroborates this story as she explains the moment the supposed accident took place.
And I said, how the hell does that happen? That gives you options now when you reset your phone? He goes, yeah, apparently I wasn't paying attention and I just pressed the button and it happened. And I said, oh, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
When asked, Stefan voluntarily hands over his phone, and investigators begin a forensic download to determine its contents. They uncover that at 12:12 p.m. on February 20.
Bro, this guy's guilty, dude. Hold up, I gotta go over here.
Stefan's activities solidify their suspicions about it being connected with Madeline's whereabouts.
Did he tell you he was in Northport today? I'm assuming he did it based on the reaction. Okay. So, you need to take a seat? Or?
No,
okay.
He was in Northport.
Yes, we have more than enough reason to believe that Stefan was in Northport today at the exit that you take you to your house. Our concern is we're conducting a missing person investigation.
Yeah.
Given the proximity of that exit to your home, what we're trying to find out is if she's just hanging out in your house, you just want to get her somewhere safe, we want to put eyes on her, make sure she's okay.
Chris contacts his wife, who's currently at their house in Northport, to let her know that local police are on the way. Meanwhile, Chris theorizes that if Stefan were hiding Madeline, there may be another place worth searching.
They're going to come over and want to search a house for, apparently, can I tell them?
Yeah.
Apparently, Stefan made a trip down to Northport last night. Or this morning, I should say.
What?
I have no idea.
Wait, she could be alive?
But there's a storage unit, but he wouldn't have access to the keys to the storage unit because I have the only key to it. And that would have been locked in my car, and he would have had to come in my room, which he didn't have a key to get into.
Chris cooperates fully, giving police permission to search his home and the storage unit in Northport for any sign of Madeline. Meanwhile, Chris describes a haunting suspicion he shared with his wife once they learned of Madeline's sudden disappearance.
When I left last night, I said, hey, I told her, I said, do we really know? Is he capable of doing something harmful to her?
Why would you suspect that?
Because some inconsistencies of phone calls he had with me didn't add up, okay? So I'll give you the sequence. He calls me mid-afternoon, 3-ish, maybe 3:45 or something, and say, I just had a flat tire. Okay, how the f did you get a flat tire? You just drove over to Kissimmee. You took her, maybe you're running an errand, but where would you have gone to get a flat tire?
It was several hours later, around 5 p.m., when Stefan told Chris that Madeline never showed up for school.
Bro.
Meanwhile, Jennifer shares similar concerns about his activities.
Him disappearing to Northport. What the hell is he doing? That is suspicious. I mean, now that I know that that's where he went, that is suspicious as all. Why did he go to a storage unit facility? What was he grabbing? What was he trying to dispose of? Or what was he trying to hide in the...
Bro, her boyfriend was a pervert.
That to me is suspicious.
What Stefan was doing in Northport and how it's related to Madeline's disappearance will be revealed later.
Oh,
the home and storage unit are searched, but no sign of Madeline is found. In the meantime, Stefan is brought to the police station just after his return to the hotel on February 28th, unaware that his many lies are about to catch up with him.
What happened to him?
Flat tire. I haven't changed a flat tire in about 10 years. So I made a rookie mistake and had my thumb too close to where the jack and the frame meet. And it slipped, and the frame came down on my thumb and pinned it between the jack.
What about the other scratches?
Courtesy of a janky tire iron and the road.
Did you bleed at all?
Yeah, this one had some blood and this one had some blood, but not much. It clotted fast.
Do you know what popped your tire at all?
No idea. Tire just started going floppy and then
pretty worn out.
Way floppier and then just completely freaking separated. Thank God we had a spare and a jack. Janky as it was.
So typically when changing a tire and stuff, you tend to get brake dust and dirty and all that?
Yeah.
Not really. No.
Did you happen to...
Positive that I
no, you don't. Liar, 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 liar.
Would you?
bro, changing tires not even that hard in general. Like not like the easiest thing in the world, but it's like, bro, it's not that hard. Like you're not gonna get that injured. Like, come on now.
Up doing a cleanup or stop the bleeding and stuff.
Unless it was raining, and yeah, I understand. Like, okay, you get dirty and all that. Yeah.
Just went home and washed my hands, and that was it.
Your clothes get all messed up and all, or
Not bad, surprisingly.
what were you wearing by chance?
This. I think I'm still wearing this. I'm still wearing the same clothes.
Oh, so you kept pretty clean.
Try to, I guess.
Earlier surveillance footage showed him wearing a red shirt as he threw away items in the trash compactor, left the apartment complex, and returned with Madeline. However, when he's captured on camera at a smoke shop later that morning, his clothes have changed.
You weren't wearing a red shirt?
Ooh, that's
I was
suspicious.
wearing a
Fuck.
red shirt early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I changed clothes later because that shirt was in a couple days without one.
But why out of nowhere, dude? If you're wearing a couple days.
The flat tire happened after that.
After
That's
further
strange.
review of security footage from the apartment complex, Stefan was seen visiting the trash compactor multiple times throughout the day. At 4:35 p.m., around the time Stefan claims he learned of Madeline's absence from school, he's seen throwing away a piece of a damaged tire. However, this wasn't the only thing Stefan discarded.
I'm too old to lie to people, too old to beat around the bush, and we seem like we're having a generally good conversation right now. Okay? The only thing that I ask for from you is, and I will reciprocate, I want you to be honest with me as much as I'm being honest with you. Okay? Nowadays, cameras are everywhere. Okay? So we see you at the guard check. Okay. We see you go by the dumpster. Okay.
I may have taken some trash with me then.
What was in the trash?
House trash.
House trash?
Yeah.
When you for school,
bruh,
did she have her backpack with her?
Yes.
She did. Did she have her school computer with her?
Yes. Presumably, yes.
Presumably. Okay.
She should have.
Just say it, bro. Just say it.
Once again, this goes back with the whole honesty thing. There was things in that trash bag that got thrown away that probably shouldn't have been thrown away.
Near the tire, a Hawaiian print backpack, school laptop, and one white crock were found.
Come on,
all believed to belong
dude.
to Madeline Soto.
What a disgusting
Stefan's
asshole,
story
dude.
of watching Madeline walk toward the school with her belongings falls
Was a
apart
lie.
with this devastating discovery,
Wow.
prompting the detective to make a desperate plea for the truth.
Well, I can confidently tell you she did not go to school with her backpack.
How's that?
Because we found it in the trash.
Damn.
So, Stefan, here's what I'm asking you and pleading with you is to dig down and do some soul searching. I have kids. He's got kids. And this little girl's out there somewhere that...
Damn, dude.
They
What
need
is
to know where.
creepy asshole, dude.
And I really, really, really think you can help us. I mean, you want to get something off your chest. I just don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm pleading with you.
I don't know. I don't.
Though Stefan continues to deny the truth, the evidence against him is mounting. Detectives are far from finished as they prepare to confront him with the jaw-dropping discovery from his cell phone, a disturbing revelation that will be nearly impossible for Stefan to deny.
Oh, they're like,
What do
you
you
thought he
think was on
deleted
the
it? Nothing.
Text messages. Text messages.
Mm-hmm.
Emails. Old stuff.
Pictures?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
No. No.
Trading card pictures.
Trading card
Lightsaber
pictures?
pictures. Disney pictures.
What?
Do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Do you save pictures to your Google account?
Sometimes.
Or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones
Sometimes it
sync
automatically
to a cloud.
says,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. I think it backs up to Google.
Mhm. And then sometimes when you reset your phone and your phone updates and puts these apps back on your phone, sometimes they will put the images back on your phone.
I'm not sure.
Do you have
Oh
assume so.
my god.
any pictures of you?
Probably. I mean, went to Disney, took selfies on the train. She got back from Puerto Rico and had her hair braided. We got pictures of that. All sorts of pictures. Family events.
Any other pictures you can think of?
On February 28th, 2 days after Madeline's disappearance, the digital forensics team was able to recover hundreds of images and videos from the phone and a Google Cloud account. The images date back as far as when Madeline was only 8 years old.
Oh, come
Though
on,
few images show Stefan's
dude.
face, a unique black mark on his genitals would later match those seen in the photos. More discoveries would later come from his search history, with horrifying implications.
Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's a phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are
Stefan
about.
has turned it into.
You're a very intelligent person.
What the fuck?
And I don't want you to
I didn't
discredit
want to
yourself
read that
by
at all.
saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying?
Bro.
So do you want to add to the list of pictures?
I'm not even want to read that, dude.
No. Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find, and I'm really hoping you can help me.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
In a nearby interrogation room,
Damn.
Jennifer is presented with the distressing evidence. However, her initial reaction leaves investigators in shock.
We had his phone. We were able to get into his phone. And there are some very, very unfortunate graphic pictures with... I wish I could tell you this was all a made-up story, but it's not. Did you ever suspect anything like this? No? You okay?
How are you feeling right now?
I can't breathe.
Is this a surprise?
Is there photos of her?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you know how we have his phone? Obviously, that's how we were able to find the photos in there.
I don't want to believe that this is true. Can I see some of that evidence?
What makes you believe that it's not?
I thought I knew him long enough.
Though investigators insist the photos
Bruh.
are true, Jennifer continues to ask them to show her the proof.
That's usually
Despite
disbelief.
their concerns that the images may be too difficult for her to see, they ultimately reveal one of the images to her. Jennifer's reaction, however, will soon lead the detective to a chilling conclusion.
What?
What do you think should happen to Stefan?
I'm afraid to say press charges, but what else? There's a side of me that wants to say he's innocent, that this doesn't happen. Can I make one decision now and change my mind later?
What?
If I decide not to press charges now, could I change my mind and press charges later?
No,
It's a lot
what?
to digest. Okay, so I don't want to make
What
you answer
the
that right
fuck?
now. But when we come back, we'll talk more about it. She's our main focus.
That's where I'm at. I know that the acts happened, but I'm not convinced that he didn't take her to school. I'm not convinced that he's the reason she's gone.
What?
If this had been going on for so long, what's the motive? Why Monday? Why that day? Why the day after her birthday when we were supposed to spend the entire week together and have such a great time? Like we had plans. Like we knew
She's in disbelief.
we were just
She's
gonna be
in
together
denial.
that week and we were gonna have a good time. So I just can't think like why.
When you say what's the motive, what are you assuming?
Yo, what am
That
I
she was
brother?
taken. Not that anyone that I know
What?
has done something to her because I feel like
Even
nobody
though they found her
I know
backpack and
would
everything?
do
Come on
something
now,
to her,
dude.
would
Come
hurt
on now,
her, would
dude.
murder her, anything like that.
In addition to the photos, several items were located in a search of their apartment,
Bro,
including
she's
a
in
firearm
denial.
found in Stefan's room.
She's in denial.
Madeline's room, a phone tripod was located inside a drawer, and a pair of men's underwear was found in a laundry basket. Police noted that a specialized light source was used on Madeline's bed, and areas of fluorescence were observed on her comforter. Additionally, Madeline's school notebook was found and appeared to contain graphic depictions of sexual acts. The
Oh
evidence
my
is enough to charge
god.
Stefan with sexual battery, and after more
Wow.
evidence is collected by police, he is placed under arrest. The investigators are still looking for Madeline, and despite the overwhelming evidence of Madeline's victimization, it still isn't enough to convince Jennifer that Stefan had something to do with her
You
disappearance.
serious?
We know what happened. What if he's telling the truth about dropping her off and driving away and driving around in circles and getting to the vape shop? Because I know there's banks around, right in that same plaza. There must, and an Amp stop. There
Yeah,
must be
she's
video
in
of him
denial,
pulling into
dude.
that plaza and
Holy
waiting.
shit, dude.
What do you mean? What's your question?
If
Yo,
you
what a
guys found
buttercup.
evidence of him being in front of the store like he said he was, like it's possible that his story might be true and somebody else could have taken her. Like I'm just thinking, like, what if we're focusing?
No, she's fucking retarded. Madeline's mother is fucking retarded. Because they found her backpack, they found clothing, they found her journal with questionable acts in the journal. Very disgusting. They found images of that fucking perverted asshole of her boyfriend. So like, what else do you fucking need? That he's the guilty one. You fucking. I did it.
Like, okay, the sex things happen,
She's in
right?
denial.
But what if that's completely a side thing and not having to do with this, like her missing?
2 days after his arrest
Wow.
on March 1st, Madeline is still missing, and the detective once again confronts Jennifer, this time
Yo, what up,
to share
buttercup?
a troubling concern.
I think at a certain point throughout this relationship, you became aware of it.
Ooh.
And for whatever reason, your
Sad.
reasons are your reasons, whether it was discussed that it would stop, whether it was discussed how it would go, that you feel some sense of guilt. A lot of the news statements you've given kind of
Wow, what a
again,
what a
my opinion only, I don't speak for
mother.
anybody else, whether it's in this room or out of this room, bother me. I feel like some of your sadness is not real sadness. I feel like when you gave the interview with Fox 35, it was not sincere. Looking at that video one time, I didn't feel like your cries were sincere. And I'm not saying that because you're a bad person, but her going
she's a bad
missing,
person.
her disappearance. If
She's a
you
bad person.
acknowledge
She's
of
a horrible
how it
human
happened,
being.
where it happened, an inclination, that emotion's
She's
not going
smart.
to feel
Shut up.
sincere because you're already aware of what happened.
I would.
It's almost becomes
If
a
I
lie
knew,
at that point.
if I knew anything, I promise you, I would tell you. Like, I am willing to take a lie detector test, whatever the you want, but I don't know anything. He's never mentioned anything. I've never seen any signs. I tried watching her like a hawk. I thought I was doing a good job, but I wasn't.
Regardless of whether Jennifer was aware of the situation, the reality remains that Madeline hasn't yet been found, and uncovering where she is and what may have happened to her is still the priority.
We currently have upwards, probably 200 people working on finding. Anybody who is somebody is involved.
Yeah.
So, regardless of the circumstances, those people don't get to go home. Those people don't get to go back to their families. Those people don't get to live their lives and go back to their primary jobs. This isn't something that's going to stop or go away. I can tell you, and I know detectives expressed to you that the thought process at this point is this is a homicide investigation.
Yeah.
Based on the evidence I've seen, based on the videos I've seen.
Further review of the surveillance footage, which shows Madeline traveling with Stefan in the early hours of February 26th, leads detectives to draw a heartbreaking conclusion.
No!
They note that the slumped position, with her head leaning, is not a common sitting position, and horrifically, perhaps
my
indicates that Madeline
God.
may not be alive. Additionally, footage captured in a parking garage shows what appears to be Stefan carrying Madeline from the front passenger seat to the trunk at approximately 9:41 a.m.
Bro, have fun in
the
prison,
time when
asshole.
Stefan claimed to be meandering around while waiting for the vape store to open. Without her body, however, their conclusion is only a theory. Meanwhile, a startling admission by Jennifer will soon lead to a brutal confrontation by the detective, whose patience appears to be wearing thin.
Shit,
Have you
I'm
talked
surprised
to
it took
Chris
this
about
long.
Stefan needing a lawyer?
Oh, what? What?
I think when you guys showed me the photos.
So we showed you photos. The
No.
first thought you had was to ask his father if he should get a lawyer?
No.
What?
I knew that was true, right? That's evidence. That's for real. That's happening.
You're protecting the disgusting asshole?
They're going. I don't know why I kept. I can't tell you why my brain kept thinking, no, he didn't kill her. Not that he didn't kill her, but she's still missing. She's still out there. She was taken. Yes, he's done this to her, and that's not okay. But I swore she was still. I felt in my body she was still alive. She was still out there. I told Chris to get him a lawyer because I felt like you guys were chasing the wrong person, but you weren't.
Because you offering him a lawyer is very weird.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow, what a
Her
mother.
replies to the details about
What
the
a
severity of
mother,
Madeline's assaults
dude.
appear to be the final straw for the detective, as his confrontation grows more heated.
Shit, I would have been
Prioritized
pissed
him
off.
by offering him or telling his dad to get him a lawyer.
Wow.
Not what the did he do?
Yeah.
Hey, we need to figure out what happened.
Like, what the fuck did you do to my daughter,
let's
fucking
protect
asshole?
Stefan.
I was in shock.
No, it's not shock. That is your natural instinct to protect Stefan.
I don't know why. I don't know why I said.
But that's the problem. You don't know why. Does your role in her life lead this to happen? I'll be honest. Yes.
I know.
Since she was a child, since her victimization started, it occurred under your roof, and you acted like it didn't exist. And knowing the victimization, knowing how ongoing it is, knowing that you saw a picture of it, not just us telling you, not me and him saying, hey, listen, he's being... I think they had a bad relationship. They showed you a picture of it, and you still protected him. So how am I supposed to not think that the thought process in your mind is until she's found, Stefan can't be charged with murder? Because we both now know that you don't want him to be charged with murder because you want him to have a lawyer.
No, I don't. That was
oh,
then.
He can't be charged with murder.
That was then. Everything that you guys have shown me since then and have shown me that he's
So we have to
lying
show
this
you a
whole
picture
time?
of her dead in a car for you to finally not take his side?
Despite his theory that Madeline is deceased, they've yet to locate any sign of her remains.
What a
if their
disgusting
devastating
mother,
theory
man.
is correct, the question remains: what motive would Stefan have to end her life?
What do you think made him snap?
She was gonna come forward or something?
I don't know. Theories, I keep hearing
Tell me your theories, because here's the deal. We don't go home until she's found.
No, I know.
So what are your theories?
What I've heard is, what if she upset him and threatened to tell me and say that she was going to tell me and he needed to shut that down? That's the only thing.
What do you think?
I don't want to believe he killed her. But from what you guys are telling me, he must have killed her Sunday night and snuck her body out in the morning.
What a crazy bitch, man. Horrible mother. Horrible mother.
Photo you guys showed me of her stuffed in the car.
You don't want to believe he killed her.
I want to believe she's still alive and that she got kidnapped, but that doesn't seem like that's the
Well,
case
that's
at
not
all.
Yeah.
I know. My brain just wants to believe something else. I just want to believe she's still alive. She's out there.
Explain your reasoning behind those assumptions and we'll move forward day by day.
So he had access to.
By the way, guys, what I'm working on right now is the detail for the outline. So hold on, let me erase this. So you guys can see it's coming more to life, and then after that we're gonna start coloring it. We're gonna add the black first, which the black is gonna change color at the end, but we're not gonna like do it right away. We're gonna add the black. After adding the black, we're gonna start adding the color. After that, guys, we're gonna go with more with the manga colors. Manga means more muted colors instead of like the bright, super bright colors on everything. Because we want to have like sort of like a matching colors instead of like so many colors into one piece, where it's very hard to tell which is which kind of thing. You guys want curious?
Benzos, and I think Lunesta.
What are those? I'm not familiar with that.
Benzodiazepines are anxiety medications which relax you and can make you sleepy.
Okay.
And Lunesta, I think, is a sleeping medication, like for insomnia. So I don't know if it's possible he gave her something and she was drugged. In those photos that you showed me where you're saying she's dead, maybe she was drugged. But if she is dead and it was done upstairs, I could just only imagine that he choked her. I don't know how else you would kill someone and not leave a mess.
Horrifically, a search for the medication sevoflurane was discovered in Stefan's Google account on February 12th and 14th.
Oh my
It's described
God.
as a volatile anesthetic that provides hypnosis and amnesia and is most commonly used for surgical procedures. An additional search was made to determine whether or not the medication would show up in tests. Still, based on what he's seen, the detective isn't willing to entertain the idea that Madeline was merely sleeping.
We know he killed her. We know he drove out of there Monday morning. We know he discarded her backpack in the trash dumpster. We know he discarded her laptop and one shoe, right? So all her property was discarded to look like she's gone. That way he doesn't have evidence with him. But then you have all these suspicious times of when he's left and come back and he's gone here and gone there. So what do you think he was doing on all these suspicious times? He's roaming 192. What do you think? Knowing what you know now we can play. You know she's dead. You know that we've given you information. What do you think, knowing what you know, he was doing on 192? He was doing here. He was doing here. He was doing in Northport. What do you think?
So
That
him
you
leaving
got
early
with
in the morning and driving
disgusting
around
asshole.
aimlessly somewhere. I feel like he stashed the body at that time. When he came back and then left again. But see, it's daytime. Like, how could you move a body or move something in daytime and not be seen? But like, I feel like he went back to check to make sure he did a good job or to move the body again. I don't know.
Detectives would eventually discover what Stefan was doing in Northport, along with a shocking discovery which will be revealed later. Still, Stefan has 54 minutes of unaccounted for activity in the area of St. Cloud. Jennifer poses a dark and twisted theory for where they might search for Madeline.
This fucking
If I were
woman, dude.
him and I had to stash a body, but I would never do this. My mind would say to go to Lake Toho. There's a lot of woods there, there's a lot of gators.
Like I told you, there's going to come to a point where we will. Right? Volusia County Sheriff's Office just found somebody the other day that's been missing for a long time. People get found. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not quick, but we will find her. What you need to think about is when you find her, is there an opportunity or a chance that we are going to prove that you did not assist us to your full capability in this investigation? If that is true, you need to think about the consequences of that. Consequences of hindering a murder investigation or a capital sexual battery investigation could be punishable up to probably the same charges, the same time in jail. I know you know that I don't believe what you're saying, and I know you know that I think you prioritize Stefan, but you prioritize
Which is
jail.
fucking weird, man.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if we come back and prove that you sat in this room and misled us, that you didn't lead us in the right direction, or that you assisted, or you acknowledged, or you knew, you need warning from jail.
If I knew anything, I swear I would tell you.
At 4 p.m., just minutes after Jennifer's interrogation comes to a frustrating end, a call reaches detectives about a witness who claimed to see the suspect vehicle and a man fitting Stefan's description changing a tire near Hickory Tree Road, the location where Stefan disappeared from cameras in St. Cloud. The witness reveals the exact location where locked gates separate the road from an area of private property. The property owner gives police permission to enter, And horrifically, tucked inside a long expanse of bamboo trees, Madeline's body is discovered.
Wow.
She's found wearing a green-colored sweatshirt and blue jeans, and her body is covered by pieces of what appeared to be hay or dry grass. The bottoms of her socks are clean, suggesting she was carried. Records would also reveal the sickening purpose of Stefan's trip to Northport while his family slept at the hotel. According to police records, at 6:34 a.m., just after arriving in Northport, Stefan attempted to log into his Google account. It was later that Chris discovered the hard drive for Stefan's computer had been removed and placed in a bin at Chris's storage facility. He handed it over to the police, where it was found to contain over 35,000 explicit images of children. In a call between Chris and Stefan recorded from the jail, Stefan is confronted with the grim reality of a long future behind bars.
Have fun in prison, asshole.
The penalty for the crimes you have been charged with carry a minimum 40-year sentence. So obviously we're going to be gone. We'll all be gone. We're sad about that, obviously, because there won't be anybody here for you when you come out.
Yeah, and I'll be lucky if I have another 40 years left in me either, so.
Yeah. I wish there was a way that, you and I can have a conversation, all of us could have a conversation to understand what's taken place, how this came about, how you arrived here, because it would help us better understand the situation, because we're at a loss.
It's kind of weird, man. Like lawyers have to defend perverts like this.
I mean, we're just totally baffled.
Well, I didn't start it.
Okay, you didn't start it, but you participated in it, which is just as bad as not starting it. But that's for another day.
Obviously, I can't get into specific details or anything, but, I mean, if you'd like to schedule a visit with me or something, maybe we can find some way to talk.
I don't know. I think we're always going to be recorded, so there won't be an opportunity to do that.
A later autopsy would rule Madeline's cause of death as strangulation. Though an exact time of death could not be determined, investigators believe she was deceased before she was taken out of the apartment and was killed either the night of her birthday party or early the following morning.
What?
The footage of the young girl seen wandering away from the church Monday morning.
Yo, what up? What up, Bello? Wait, Mia? Is that L or I? Maya de Bello? And I say, hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, how's it going?
Was not Madeline, but an unfortunate coincidence that the person on camera bore a similar resemblance. Stefan is being held without bond and is currently facing multiple charges. 37-year-old Stefan Michael Stearns entered a plea of not guilty.
Wow,
His
shocker.
jury trial is set to begin on September 22nd, 2025.
Damn, that's
where
a long time.
Prosecutors intend to seek the death penalty. He currently awaits his fate at the Osceola County Jail in Kissimmee, Florida. Jennifer has not been charged with any crimes related to the disappearance or murder of Madeline Soda.
Bro, the weirdest thing is the mom wanted to protect the weirdo, disgusting asshole. Like, okay. Like, tell him to get a lawyer? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, she should be charged. 100%. Okay, the sex, like, bro, her mom's saying, okay, the sex thing happened. It's such a weird, disgusting thing to say. Right? It's like, what the fuck? I'll be so pissed off, but like, I'm gonna snitch on you on the whole prison. Let them know exactly why you're in prison. Like, fucking A, dude. That was disturbing. It was disturbing.